Hello, everyone. News Channel 3, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson here with a Facebook and YouTube live update. Hope everything is going well for you on this, what do we have, Wednesday evening. Hey, we made it past hump day. You know what that means. It's time to stare down the weekend, which will be here before you know it. This is going to be one of those shorties. Remember I said yesterday, I'm trying to keep these down to 15 minutes or less. But I love the interaction. Chris, as always, first in the room. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here very much. You see what I have here on the agenda. Again, it's a fairly quiet weather period here, and so that's why I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Tomorrow, we'll spend a little bit more time because we're going to be a little bit closer to what's going to be a pretty soaking rain event. Just mark this down right now. Friday evening, Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Friday night into Saturday morning, it's going to be wet. And we could have some heavy rain at times. I don't think it's going to be, a story maker. I don't think it's going to be problematic, but it is going to be wet. So just mark that down. Friday night, Saturday morning, going to be wet. And then it's going to get colder Saturday night and Sunday morning. We could even see a little bit of snow, though I don't think that we're going to see anything that's going to be really impactful. More on that coming up. Hello to you, Shannon. I'm having a great night. I hope you are too. Graham, good evening to you. And happy hump day to you too, Mike. Hope you had a good day. Dan, I got to get back to you. I'm so sorry. I really have to get back to you. I see your name, and that gets my memory going right there. The rain beats shoveling and wildfires. We need the rain. We're actually dry, believe it or not. We are actually dry. From the drought monitor, just about all of the state is at least abnormally dry, and some under a low-level drought. Hello to you, Molly. Is it going to be windy tomorrow? No, it's not going to be windy tomorrow. Kenny, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Angie, the same to you. Good evening from Kalamazoo. Linda and Lawton, thank you for being here. And Kathy, I hope you have a wonderful evening as well. No, we're not going to really see any windy conditions, Angie. Not Angie, I'm sorry. Who asked about the wind? Molly. We're not really going to have anything windy until, I would say, the 9th, which is Saturday. And that's because we're going to have some changes coming in here on Saturday. Let's get to it. We do need the rain. We do, Jennifer. And no, I don't foresee any thunder coming with this. That's a good question. Some pockets of heavy rain, but I don't think we're going to see any thunder or hear any thunder with this. Ryan, no more snow? Looking that way. That's for sure. Linda and Mottville, hello to you. And Shell in Vicksburg, thanks for being here. We see what I have there on the rundown there. Let me squeeze myself back just a little bit there so that we can move forward. You see on live Doppler radar, it's all quiet right now. Nothing going on. Tracy had to travel from Battle Creek to Mount Pleasant, then from Mount Pleasant to Ann Arbor. If you're going tomorrow, you're good to go. In fact, it's going to be pretty decent weather. So good for you. If you're traveling Friday, if you're in the morning, you'll probably be okay. But that's a pretty long route from Battle Creek to Mount Pleasant, then to Ann Arbor. If you're traveling any during the afternoon, certainly Friday evening, you're just going to be dealing with some rain. Timmy, hello to you. Jerry, always good to see you. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a good night too. Lauren, hello. And Janet in Wayland. We see live Doppler radar. There's nothing going on. In fact, the neighborhood view, as I like to call it, look at that thin band of heavy snow right there in Minnesota, stretching down into eastern South Dakota. That's pretty crazy. But our part of the neighborhood is looking really good. We have one departing system. That actually is the one that helped to give us those big boomers last night on Monday night, Tuesday morning, very early yesterday morning. That system is finally moving off to the east, and that's why we finally saw some clearing skies here with some sunshine coming through. Beth Ann, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Howdy to you. Louise, no worry for you. Okay, there you go. I don't know if they paid you to get that one in there, but good for you, Louise. I'm glad that your leaky basement is not leaking anymore. Jeanette in Coldwater, another great day for sure. Wasn't it a wonderful day? Chris got 39 in Almena Township. Good to see you, and I hope your little Eli guy is doing all right there. Ryan, is it time to put the snowblower away? I'm not going to put mine in the back of the garage just yet. Not just yet. I'll let it continue to take up space in the front of the garage there. Debbie, hello to you. Chris, hello. And Rachel. Keith, I like that. That's good. Manistee had 55 today. John, that's crazy. I think you were warmer in Manistee than the rest of us in West Michigan. Well, there you can see there's nothing going on on the radar there, or in the neighborhood view, as I like to call it. Let's go hour by hour. Now, today, of course, we had so much sun in the afternoon. What a gorgeous day. Now, we'll see more clouds moving in. Notice Those temperatures at 7 in the morning got them down at about 31, 32 degrees along and north of I-96, including GR, Muskegon, Fremont, Big Rapids. You're going to be colder over toward Mount Pleasant. We're talking about a chilly walk to class for you there, Ferris, and Central for the Chippewas there. We'll see a few more clouds in the morning. We roll our clock forward to noontime, and notice our skies are mostly cloudy. We're in the mid-40s. Maritza, hello to you in Portage. There will not be a lot of wind tomorrow. It will not be a lot of wind tomorrow. Chesterfield, Ohio. Sharon, ready for warm weather. Christina, hello to you. And Robert, as always, had some fog and rain all day today. You are seeing the back edge of that system that finally moved out of our area earlier today. Robert, thanks for checking in from the Buckeye State. Battle Creek in the house. Thanks very much, Dawn, for being here. Brad, how about Union City on Friday? How about wet? It's going to be raining, especially in the afternoon and the evening. I don't think that rain is, I'll show you in the hour by hour coming up. I don't think it's going to be here in the morning, but I do think in the afternoon. You know, Chris, I got to tell you, I wouldn't put that big orange truck away just yet. I mean, we're still, what is this, the first week of March? I would not want to be on the betting side of snow right now in Old Man Winter, but I wouldn't count them out just yet. Not just yet. April, want to have any flooding concerns? I don't think so, April. Even though we're going to have a lot of rain, note this. First of all, believe it or not, we're dry. You go all the way back to the 1st of February, and since then, snowfall and rainfall combined, our total moisture is about an inch, maybe a little bit more than that. That's only about a third of what we should be getting for 5 weeks, let's say, from the 1st of February to the first week of March. So we are dry, and that is echoed, by the way, by the drought monitor, the U.S. drought monitor, which has just about the entire state as in an abnormally dry condition. Let's go from noon tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies. We see a little bit of sun developing in the afternoon, and you might think, oh, hey, we're in for some good weather, but not so fast, my friend. Rachel says we want spring. Cal, hello to you. I'm having a great day. I hope you are too. And Ed, checking in from the Volunteer State. They're 54 and raining. Oh. Well, thanks for checking in from Dayton, Tennessee, and hello to you. Tammy, hello, and Christina, thanks for being here. And Jeff, kind of chilly and Ceresco this evening. Kind of chilly in Ceresco, I think you meant this evening. Ben, hey, it's always good to see you, and I hope you're having a happy Wednesday too, Ben. Always good to see you in the room. I appreciate it. Alicia, happy hump day to you too, Sue. Hello. Chris, you have all the cable rail fixed from Matawan to St. Joe. Bravo. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Chris drives one of those big MDOT orange trucks that we depend on so much when it snows around here. And then when they're not doing that, they're fixing those cable barriers. You know, those cables that run in the median there on I-94, US 131, I-196, you know. And so it's good to hear that you've got those all fixed from Matawan to St. Joe. May they stay that way, right? May they stay that way. Ryan, you're right. We're going to be springing forward on the clock. How about that? I mean, the sunset, just like that. That first sunset Sunday night, this coming Sunday night. You're going to look out the window, I guarantee, and you're going to say, wait a minute, what do you mean it's 7:30 and the sun hasn't set yet? You're right. That's coming up. Rob, hello. I hope all is well with you. I'm doing all right. Rigo, go Lions. We can always say that, right? Even when we're not in the football season here. Connie, go hello to you. Cal, wanting more thunderstorms. Not from this round of rain, Cal, but we are getting close to that season for sure. Randy, hello to you. Dwayne in the house. Monica, ready for warm weather next week. Wait till you see the 7-day. You're going to get it. Tracy, time change is this weekend. Saturday night before you go to bed. Run that clock forward an hour. I know we're all going to lose an hour of sleep. We'll be extra grumpy on Monday. Rob, drone sunset shot. Oh, hey, send that to me on a Facebook message or Facebook DM, something or a Facebook message. I'd love to see it, Rob. Don't forget to tell me, where it is, where it's from, and I'll definitely give you the credit for it. Kay in Graysville, Tennessee. Thanks for being here, Kay. We got two in the room from Tennessee now, Graysville and Dayton. Cool. Thank you very much, Tracy. I'm glad you heard me there. Japan's White Tiger. Hello from Sarasota. Still 72, but raining. It's still 72, though, even if it's raining, right? Mike, hello to you. All right, let's move on. I've got 5 o'clock here. Notice we have a little bit of sun tomorrow. We're looking at high temperatures in the low 50s. I got 54. That might be a little too healthy, but I think it's going to be in the ballpark. Now, watch this. Tomorrow night, we start to see the clouds roll back in. Friday morning at the bus stop, I think we'll be dry. Now, stay with me on this. We're still a little ways away. That's only a day and a half, so this is probably pretty accurate. but I think Friday at the bus stop will likely be dry, but it's going to be close. You see the rain knocking on the door Friday morning at 7 o'clock. Watch what happens between 7 and just shy of noon. Now we've got rain moving through with temperatures in the mid-40s. We're going to be in the mid-50s. This is coming in out of the southwest, and so we'll still have some warmer air, but it's going to be wet from about mid-Friday morning all the way to Saturday morning. You'll see these showers. Look at this Friday night. They're more scattered, but we're still seeing rain, and that rain will finally start to move out round about sunrise on Saturday. Then it slides off to the east, and then we actually start to see some colder air that'll be moving in. Well, Tina, hopefully the rain will help to knock down some of the pollen. So hopefully your allergies won't be as bad following this rain. If your allergies are really bad right now, that is a product of us being dry. And as I said earlier, we are very dry. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we have not had a lot of moisture, be it rain. We haven't had a lot of snow since that third week of January when we had that winter snow and then all the lake effect. Since then, it's been really very dry. And I call it sneaky dry because we don't typically talk about it being dry around here in the winter because we usually have not only snow, but we usually have a snowpack that helps hold that moisture in. We haven't had that either. And so that's allowed moisture just to evaporate. And as a result, it's left us with some very dry conditions. Dasa in Galesburg, thanks for being here. Timmy, represent Battle Creek. Ken, hello to you. And Marshall, Dominique in Battle Creek as well. And Barb, we sure need the rain. You are absolutely right. Elise, always good to see you. And Ryan, how about that? Go Tigers down there at spring training. Right. Well, our temperatures right now are in the upper 30s to low 40s. There's nothing really spectacular about that. Today, high 51. Here we go. We're still well above average. Look at this. Over the last couple of weeks, we had 2 days that were close to average temperatures. Saturday the 24th and Thursday the 29th, just last Thursday. Since then, we have been warmer than average and by a ton last Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Sunday, Monday, we set those records, had more records falling. Well, as we look ahead, no records. In fact, our temps are going to be slowly going down Saturday and Sunday. Next couple of days, mid-50s, which will still be much warmer than average. Typical high starting tomorrow is 42 degrees. We'll be warmer than that by about 10, 15 degrees Thursday, Friday. But then we start to get a little colder Saturday, Sunday. But wait till you see what happens to our temperatures next week. That's coming up in the 7-day forecast. Let me hit a couple more names. Karen, hello to you. Samantha, are we going to get them spring flowers? They got to be coming up soon, I would guess, right? Hello to you from Springport. Thanks for being here. Mike, hello, David. Time to empty the gas out of the snowblower. Filled it up after that 2-week period of snow in January. Silly you. I totally understand. We did not know. Nobody knew then that 8-day period of cold weather that we had in the third week of January was pretty much going to be it. I don't think anybody knew that. I mean, we knew that it was going to be warmer and less snowy than average. We predicted that, but not to the extent that it's happened. That's for sure. That's for sure. Shar, hello to you. Let's get to the 7-day forecast. Show you what's going on here. Sealy Auto Group 7-day tomorrow. Again, we'll see a mix of sun. Sometimes it'll be cloudy. Sometimes we'll see some sun. Friday, Saturday, mark it down. It's going to be wet, especially in the afternoon. I think probably dry at the bus stop and commute for the morning, Friday morning. But Friday afternoon, wet. Friday night, wet. Saturday morning, wet. Saturday afternoon, we dry out just a bit, but then it gets breezy and it starts to turn colder. In fact, it's going to be a pretty stout wind. Talking about wind, I think we're going to have winds of probably 15 to 25 with gusts of 30 on Saturday and also Sunday. Probably not worthy of a Herbie Kirby alert, but we might be getting close to that low-level Herbie alert there with a northwest wind. But that's going to be bringing in that cold air that you see with the temperature reflected there, a high of only 40 on Sunday. And don't forget, we're going to be turning those clocks back as well. Lansing in the house. Thank you so much. That's very kind, Sharon, and I appreciate you being here from the state capitol. Thank you very much. That's high praise, and I really do appreciate it. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate. Oh, by the way, I don't want to shortchange the next week. Look at that. Next Tuesday, Wednesday. We're not going to be setting records. Our records this time of year are typically up around 70s or low 70s. We're not going to get that one. But we are going to be up in the 60s again. So we're talking about another run at mild air coming next Tuesday and Wednesday. How long will it last? That would be a very good question. And Tuesday and Wednesday, what are those dates? That's 12th and 13th. We're going to be staying relatively mild. When I say relatively mild, what I mean is considering that our temperatures next week the average highs will be in the mid 40s. I think we're going to be running in the mid 50s or even low 60s, like you see there on that Tuesday, Wednesday. And I don't see that changing all the way up to St. Pat's Day. It might get a little colder for St. Pat's Day. The parade, by the way, in Kalamazoo, and I'm sure lots of them in West Michigan, will be on Saturday the 16th. That'll be a little colder. But we're a long way away from that. Stacy, I don't see 70s. I see 60s, but I don't see 70s. 40's not bad. You're right, Stacy. 40's not bad. It's the coldest we've had in a little while, but it's not bad. But that term is relative, right? That term is relative. Chris, I hope you have a great night. David already heard talk about there being T-shirts being prepared for STEM Fest. Oh man, I don't want to hear that. I certainly don't want to hear that. Since when did we have the 70s? Well, we were in the 70s just a couple of days, or when was that? Last Thursday, right? Last Friday? Let me go backwards just a little bit here. One more. There we go. Look at that. We were in the 70s last Monday, just a few days ago. We were at 72. And the week before that, we were at 74. I just think that's just crazy. It is crazy. I don't think it's crazy. It is crazy. I'm so sorry. Okay, Stacy. Our normal's in the 70s. Not until mid to late May, do we hit those normals in the 70s. It's not until May that we hit normals in the 70s. I hope the tulips don't come up because that's not going to be good. It's just not likely. It's not unheard of. We've had a crazy winter, but it's just hard for me to believe that any tulips that come up early, that we're not going to have some kind of freeze that will not be good for them. So we'll just have to cross our fingers on that. Benton Harbor, hello to you. Debbie, thanks for being here. Alicia, thanks for the thanks. Hey, I'm skating on out of here so I can be live at 10. When I told myself I had 15 minutes, I'm at 17 minutes right now. We just hit 17 minutes. So I'm going to try to skate on out of here. Hey, thank you for being here. I'm going to be live on ARC West Michigan. That comes up at 10 o'clock, and then live at 11 on the Mothership News Channel 3. Jeff Porter's here in the morning with live updates 4:30 to 9 o'clock. He's got you at noon. I'm back 5:36, and then we'll do another one of these Facebook Lives tomorrow night, which will be Friday Eve. Love it, at 9 o'clock. Don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter, at Weatherman Keith. It's the same thing, the @ sign and Weatherman Keith, all lowercase, all one word. And that's on Instagram and Threads and Twitter. And what else? Did I miss one? I don't think I missed one. And then, on YouTube as well. And then also WWMT's Keith Thompson on Facebook. Can we have any more social media platforms, please? Good evening to you, Wilson. I hope you have a good night. Trees have flowers and coal, and Barb. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with that. Bob, thanks, Tracy. I hope you have a good night as well. Bob in the house. Let it rain. It's going to. It's a bit of a soaker on the way. I see what you're saying, Stacey. Okay. It's a bit of a soaker on the way for Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Saturday morning. Devin, already have daffodils up in the yard. It's beautiful. It just, a little bit early for sure. Yeah, that's right. I got to tell you, I feel that way. I sort of feel that way. I mean, I know everybody enjoys when it's 70, but it's just not time. Ron, got flowers coming up in the backyard. Pierre, when's the cold weather over with? I might already be in the past tense. But we're still in March. To me, on a normal year, I say don't count out the colder. I'll tell you this. You know what one measure I would use? When can you plant? I always say, to me, I know that there's a lot of division here, but I always say, for me, for safety's sake, I say don't plant until 2 weeks after or the third week of May. Third weekend of May. That's me. Some people get out there in April, but if you don't mind covering up the plants. But this might be just one of those atypical years where it's like we're just not going to have any freezes, let's say, after maybe the third or fourth week of March. I'll have to go back in the records and see, let's say over the last 30 years, when was our latest or our earliest last freeze? By the way, I don't think that we're not there. We are not even close to having the last. In fact, we're going to have sub-freezing temperatures Sunday morning and Monday morning. So we're not there yet. Damien, good evening to you. Great weather for sure. Okay, I got you there, Jeanette. Thanks. Scott, hello in Battle Creek. Marty, thanks for checking in for the Mile High Bureau. Hello, Denver. Thanks for checking in. Stacy. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. Candace, that's who I'm going to say hello to. Yeah, you're right, David. Even in the warmest winter we've ever had in history, we could still have, let's say, cold air that comes down in mid to late April, even early May, and give us some freezing temperatures. It could be, like you said, all it takes is one. All it takes is one. All right, everybody, I'm going to skate on out of here. Thank you so much for being here. I hope everybody's having a good night. We made it past hump day. Tomorrow is Thursday. I don't know. I start getting that big toothy grin on Thursday because I call that Friday Eve. And then, of course, it's the weekend. So I hope everybody gets some good rest. Please be safe tomorrow. Weather should be good for commuting, should be good for everything, but make sure you take your time and be patient with your fellow person out there, especially your fellow commuter out there. That goes a long way. If I don't see you tonight on the tube, I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Jill, good night to you. Thanks for being here. Have a good night, everybody.